Welcome back. So in this video, we're going to handle that compensation tab. And I've worked out a number of different things that we want to capture in here. And I'm just going to paste them in and walk you through. So what we handle here, and I'm actually going to grab from K over and delete that out. So we'll delete those unused columns, and we'll also delete those unused rows just to make your life a little bit easier and everything a little bit easier to read. So what we want to capture here is going to be income of previous year, commission and or variable compensation from previous year. And you're also going to want to capture things like when is your final paycheck coming out? When is the severance supposed to be coming to you? And when is employment insurance supposed to start? So as we did before, we can format these as a date. So we're going to do a data validation, add rule, and set this to is a valid date. We're also going to do this over here for your monthly expenses. And same thing, we're going to do add rule and is a valid date, just to make life a little bit easier here. For the amounts, what we're going to do here is we're going to format it as currency. So you could highlight all of those cells and do format, number, and then pick your currency that you want to, whether you want it to be accounting, financial, currency, or rounded. The other option, since we're looking for dollars and we're going to include the line for total here, and format as currency. So now if we put a 0 in there, it will show up as dollars. And I'm going to run that down so that it is all showing up as dollars at this point. And this total is going to turn into a formula. So we're going to do equals sum again. And you'll notice that it will prompt you to pull up all of the numbers above that. That makes it nice and easy. I think Excel and Google Sheets both do this at this point. And then you can just put in sum in that range. And so we're going to accept that, and it will complete the formula for us. We're going to do the same thing over here. So that's the date. So here we're going to do 0. It formats it as currency. We're going to drag that all the way down. And same thing here, we're going to do equals sum. It didn't do that this time, which is really quite interesting. And you've got the fill for H7 to H18 and hit enter. And this should now calculate anything you put in here. Just so that you have that in there, we've got, say, phone bill, internet, because you'll likely need to apply for jobs. So those are going to be things that are important, and things like food, family care, medical expenses, whatever you need. You can extend the list down if you need more room. You can also just jump in here and grab a bunch of cells and do insert 7 rows above or below and copy the formatting and adjust any of the formulas if need be. Okay, so I'm going to undo that. Now, here's also where you want to start doing some research. With this research, take a look at what was your already existing salary and total comp in your last role. How many years of experience did you have? Because if you have 1 year versus 10 years experience in that role, you will be able to look for and apply for jobs with a higher salary range. You also want to look for what is market rate for your job. A lot of this research was incredibly beneficial in my last few jobs, discovering whether I was at market rate, below market rate, and help me in the negotiations later down the road. You can also investigate similar market rate roles. So if you are in a marketing operations role and you are looking for something in marketing technology, you want to understand the market rate based on your country, province, state, location, so that you can understand what you can expect in those negotiations. And then from there, you can figure out your ideal salary range, your ideal total compensation range, what benefits you might be expecting, and other things that you may want to negotiate. And looking at my last role, one of the things that came up was I wanted more vacation time. I wanted more stock options. So those types of things were things that I listed out as what I could negotiate with if salary was a hard stop. Or the other way around is you may want to give up some of those other things for more compensation in the immediate future. All of this can get captured here, and feel free to style it as you may want. You can put borders around things, you can put colors on things, but we're going to leave it just the way that it is for the time being. That's the end of this video. We'll see you in the next one.
Like and subscribe if you learned something. And remember, anything worth doing well is worth doing badly first.